Cherish, issue number 1 from Dynamite Comics. So I believe this is a brand new series, and I will say it's interesting. It very much seems to be like a throwback to the Bad Girl art comics that we got in the 90s and early 2000s. By Bad Girl art, I mean stuff like Chastity, Badkin, Purgatory, Vampirella. Basically, a lot of the stuff that came out from Chaos Comics and Top Cow and stuff. And great. Like I love that. That was one of my favorite genres growing up. I love. I know it's like trashy and very fan servicey, but it's just there's something there that just connected with me. Kind of like those trashy like exploitation films, like the horror exploitations and stuff. Like there's just something there that's I enjoy. So yeah, for this we have our main character Cherish. Right now she's going under the name Amelia, and I guess maybe she's about to marry this guy. They seem to be doing a toast, but the mom anyways doing a toast for Amelia and Connor. So I'm assuming that they're engaged. Amelia goes upstairs where she sees Connor, and Connor reveals, "Is this you? Is your name really Cherish Fellows and not Amelia Jones?" And he shows like a photo of Amelia as Cherish beating up some, I'm gonna guess lady, because it looks like this person in the photo has boobs. When all of a sudden this woman jumps in through the window and attacks the two of them, and eventually ends up stabbing Connor, and I'm assuming he dies. We don't really know because we cut to 4 months earlier where we see the setup for all this, where we see that there's this company called Unicon. There's some shady things going on. Cherish's dad, who is I think he's like an owner or something. He's high up in the ranks. He's kind of realizing that there's something wrong with this company. He's like, hey, there's something shady here, and I'm not really liking it. And of course, he ends up being betrayed by who he assumes is his good friend, who ends up killing him. And now Cherish is on this quest for revenge. And so we see her and her partner, her sidekick. They're going to break into this building so that Cherish can mess with the files, create the Amelia persona so that she can go and work for this company undercover and get closer to this woman who she believes had a hand in having her father get murdered. And we see the technology, the quote-unquote superpowers that Cherish has, which is actually pretty cool. Her dad's like super smart, very big with nanomachines, so she has this suit on, and it looks very sexy, very revealing, but it's actually used as a distraction. Like her torso and cleavage is actually covered by nanotechnology, because later on she gets like shot and it just bounces off. It's just kind of used there to like distract the enemies. And I was like, okay, that's like a cool way to have revealing clothing, but also not just make it seem like it's just there for the fan service, but it has like an in-universe reason for being revealing, but also still being armored. But yeah, she breaks into the building. She's able to make the switch. She's able to put in her Amelia persona, and she's going to start work the next day. When all of a sudden, the lady that she wants to gather information on shows up with 2 other civilians. And Cherish even says, like, hey, the person we want is here. I can grab them right now. There's only 2 guards. I can easily dispatch of them. And there's 3 civilians. They're not going to pose a threat to me. When Cherish's sidekick says, revenge the right way, Cherish. Take them down using your brains, not your fists. So Cherish is like, okay, yeah. And she jumps out the building. She uses her technology to create like a wing glider. And that's like the cool thing I like about her powers is she creates things using the nanotech. So she can create like throwing stars or throwing daggers. She can create like a little tiny bird to run in and grab items for her. She can create wing gliders so she can just jump out of a building and make her escape. So I thought all that's kind of cool. But going back just a little bit earlier, I don't like the fact that she could have easily grabbed the woman that she's going through all this trouble to get close to. She could have got her right here, and the only thing stopping her was her sidekick saying, we got to do revenge the right way. What does that mean? Not use your brains, not your fists? Why not just take out the 2 guards and then kidnap this lady. They're not going to know who you are. You can now take her somewhere, tie her down, interrogate her, and there you go. You can find out exactly who set up your dad for murder, why did they do this. You can find out the names of the players involved, get your revenge, instead of having to go through all this pretending to be Amelia. And like I said, this was like 4 months earlier, this whole breaking into the building. So 4 months of you doing this undercover mission just to get close to some people when you could have gotten close to them right here and now by kidnapping one of them. So yeah, it just, this really took me out. I don't like the way they explained it away. It doesn't make sense to me. Because again, okay, let me set it up for you. I mean, you guys aren't dumb. You guys probably already get it. She's breaking into this building so that she can put in a fake persona, so that she can go in and work undercover, so that she can climb up the ranks, so that she can get close to this woman. Or this woman's right here. You grab her, and there you go. You don't have to go through all this trouble. You got your target. But you're not going to, because there were 2 guards there that you don't want to fight. Well, I mean, she does want to fight, but her sidekick says not to. But then later on, we see her taking on 3 people with guns. So it's kind of like, all right, whatever. You won't take 2 security guards, but you'll take 3 Russian mafiosos. I think they're Russian. I don't know. They're mafioso guys. They're thugs. They're a lot stronger than these, what you were calling lazy henchmen earlier. Like they're lazy guards. So yeah, that whole thing kind of just really took me out. But yeah, there's more. Basically, it's setting up that maybe Cherish is getting amnesia. I don't know. Because earlier she says, remember who you are. But then she seems to understand that she has skills and abilities. I guess we'll find out in the next issue or something. But yeah, I want to say that the premise is good. The character design is good. I like her abilities. That's awesome. The execution is just kind of poor. I mean, it's the basic revenge story. Hey, these people killed my dad. I want to find out who, why, and I want to get revenge. Okay, fine, whatever. Cliche, but I can work with it. It's the whole, you're making things harder than you need to be. You're going under this whole undercover thing for over 4 months, trying to get close to people so that you can get close to this one specific woman so that you can gather information from her, when you could have gotten that from the get-go by just kidnapping her. You had her right in your sights, and you didn't, because that would be doing it the wrong way. How is there a right or wrong way to revenge? It's not like you're hurting any innocent people. You just knock out the guards. You don't have to kill them. And then you kidnap this woman who you already know is shady and doing illegal stuff. So yeah, it's one of those where it's like, the setup and premise is cool, but the execution is lacking. But there you go. There's Cherish, issue number 1 by Dynamite Comics. Hope you enjoy. Hope to see you next time. Take care, everybody. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.